Ну что ж.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? When Stanley
А,
came
я
to
же
a
еще
set
в
of two
красную
open,
дверь не
this was
зашла.
not the Stanley walked through the red door.
Окей. Без проблем вообще.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Ой. Почему мне так стало страшно? Господи. Это же одно и то же, да? Две разные двери, я так полагаю, они ведут в одно и то же место.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Вау.
Yes. Oh, it's
Красиво.
beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Почему этот разговорчивый чувак так напоминает мне Уитли из Портала 2? Красиво? Бесспорно красиво. Только что здесь делать-то? Ой, я могу вернуться обратно.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Ну вот, смотри.
Right. Where were we?
Ты вот тут. Да, прекрасное место. Потрясающе. А это какое-то непрекрасное. Обои не поклеены. Ремонт какой-то.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Ха, я буду шантажировать тебя. Смотри, я иду наверх. Я делаю шаг, 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 еще раз шаг. Что ты сделаешь? Что ты сделаешь? Что ты мне сделаешь? Ты просто рассказчик.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Слушай, почему ты так напоминаешь мне Уитли? Ну вылитый же. Как насчет того, чтобы упасть? Пробуем
Please,
упасть.
Stanley, think about what you're doing.
А что я сделаю? Ну я упаду, разобьюсь, да? Как всегда.
No!
О, нет!
Oh, thank God you lived. You
Надо
had
же.
me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room? No. No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before.
Нет, я
If
буду
you die,
убиваться.
we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Ну почему я это делаю? Ты просто так плачешь. Нет.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Ну окей. Раз уж ты напоминаешь мне Уитли, почему бы не
Yes.
сделать?
Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm
Вот и
talking
другое.
about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Ну, здесь красиво, это бесспорно. Да, здесь все здорово. Немножко кислоты.
Perhaps not.
Мува-ха-ха-ха-ха. Я иду убивать себя, Пол.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
Да
You're
нет,
literally
я
willing to
просто так
kill
буду
yourself to
делать.
keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Да нет, конечно, ну что ты такое говоришь? Совершенно не хочу я этого. Ну, я не знаю, правда, что тебе это даст, и порой я действительно думаю, что со мной живой человек разговаривает. Ну что ж, чувак, раз уж ты не хочешь разговаривать со мной, я пойду убиваться. Я убьюсь. Смотри, Я уже на самом-самом краю. Падаю. Оу.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Ну чё позже, смотрите.
Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Скорее второе.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Смотрите, как давит. Что это будет, если я упаду, интересно? Бесконечно падать с этой гребаной платформы, и, возможно, в конце концов я убьюсь. А вот если я упаду с этого космоса, не уверена, куда я попаду.
Is it over?
Бум.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Просто лежа на боку. Так.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Новая фраза.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
туда я уже не
Control
пойду.
Facility.
Почему у меня сейчас такое чувство, что я играю в портал, и это постоянно разговаривает со мной в
Controls
Библии?
labeled with emotions.
Да, я это уже
happy,
говорил, но
or
мне реально
sad,
не покидает
or
это чувство.
content. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley,
нажалась
I
вот это.
applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without
Господи.
proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What all this means, I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Очень
You know
много
what?
цветных
To
кнопок.
hell with it.
Вижу
I'm going to
красную.
put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear
Bitch.
me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Вообще я без понятия.
I mean,
Я просто
look at
вижу,
you.
что тут
Running from button to
много-
button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless, to see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big...
Я все, конечно, понимаю, но мне все-таки было бы интересно. Кнопочка, ну, пожалуйста, я не хочу взорваться.
Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count.
Да я хрен знает вообще.
It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Ого. Что?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Но это же совсем другой офис. Совсем другой обстановкой. Опа. Whiteboard ending? Нет, вы подождите. Я как бы это... Я... Из чего бы вдруг там внезапно так... Оу. Ну давай посмотрим, что это за whiteboard ending. Просто whiteboard ending? А, тут, короче, в этой концовке надо в консоль вбить в барка. Ее надо включать. А я этого делать не хочу. Что за странные звуки?
That's her, Stanley.
Кстати...
You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone?
Ну да.
But that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Я так и знал, что тут не просто так эта штука.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Практика.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Боже мой.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago.
Я сначала подумал, может, здесь игрушки, а тут какие-то тракторы.
This way, please.
Стало так светло.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality. Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Хрен там.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Оу. Что? Почему все такое искаженное? Что вообще? Оу. О, боже мой. Что происходит? Ладно. Я это сделаю. Ой.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone?
Почему бы и
Left here
нет?
like so
Это
much
же
garbage.
весело.
It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to
Игра
continue,
звучит
would it be
просто
worth it?
потрясающе.
To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Не надо, ну зачем? Ну хватит включать игру уже. Чувак. Оу.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You.
Чё
Who thought you were
случилось?
so clever. Now look
Что
where
с
we
игрой?
are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story.
Ой, да ладно, не расстраивайся, чувак, смотри,
If you'd
тут
just
всё
gone through
весьма
the door on the
неплохо.
left, you would have seen
Вот
it. There
это
was a
вот
whole
поднять,
underground
ну
facility.
вот это
You would
можно...
have destroyed it and been victorious.
Подорожник
It would
можно
have been so
приложить сюда, я
perfect.
полагаю.
I worked so
А вот это
hard
вот
on
уже...
it. I tried
Да,
so
вот
hard.
это уже... Что ты сделаешь?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ну, раз ты так не хочешь, чтобы я шла туда, ну, ладно, пойду сюда.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
Но я
his
же хочу
boss's
туда.
office.
Почему ты не даешь мне нарушить? Что-то все какое-то другое.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who
Это же
orchestrated
совсем
this
другая комната.
until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code. I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Да я без понятия, как это, блин, туда проговорить. Просто я хочу.
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do.
Да мне интересно, я просто не знаю, что делать.
One single thing for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right.
Слушай,
You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way?
Называйте меня как угодно, но я буду называть тебя Витли, потому что извини. Что? Опять?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
Фига себе, это же...
I need you to walk through the
Это,
door.
походу, самая последняя концовка.
Are you listening to me?
Ну что ж, я уже не знаю, где тут еще концовки искать, но я полагаю, что для нас с вами это будет последний. Оставляйте комментарии, что вы думаете об этой игре, будете ли вы в нее играть. Лично мне игра очень понравилась, она веселая, она подняла мне настроение, и я чувствую, что она пропитана духом Портала, Half-Life, ну, в основном Портала, конечно, потому что этот рассказчик очень уж напоминает мне Уитли. Я очень хорошо провела время, и большое спасибо моему брату за то, что он мне показал эту игру, точнее рассказал про нее, посоветовал в нее поиграть, она действительно очень веселая, подняла мне настроение. И да, ребят, если у вас есть какие-то пожелания насчет того, в какую игру поиграть мне или Риське, или нам с Риськой вместе, то тоже оставляйте в комментариях, мы их проверяем, читаем. Ну, естественно, я Майнкрафт не беру в расчет, потому что Майнкрафт все всегда хотят. В этой игре тоже был Майнкрафт, это вообще офигенно. Ладно, думаю, на этом я закончу. Всем спасибо за то, что посмотрели. С вами был Миёк. Пока, всех люблю, всех целую, всем здоровья, не болейте.